Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So, first ever video of 2020. I hope that all of you guys had a great time celebrating the new year. And of course, once again, I know I already said it in other videos, but happy new year. I'm wishing to all of you guys a lot of health, a lot of wealth, a lot of love, and a lot of happiness. And of course, well, all the success that you want. It's the year and even the decade that for a lot of you guys, you will see tremendous amount of success. And of course, this is what you should be focused on, and this is what you should be working towards too. So yeah, I mean, it will be crazy. 2020 will be amazing, I'm sure of that. And even the whole decade as a whole, you know, it will be just phenomenal. Truly excited for that, and I'm definitely looking forward to all of these beautiful moments that we will have during that time. So in this video, I want to talk about something that I think is very important. So basically, as I already told you guys many times, during December, I like to reflect a lot on the past, try to learn from what I did and from what happened during the last year, and basically see where I can improve and what can I change, and you know, what can I do to make this upcoming year even better than what it already was, okay? And so while I was doing this reflecting, I came to one conclusion, and this is what I want to share with you guys in today's video. So basically what I did is that I looked at the beginning of 2019, I looked at the end of 2019, and of course, you know, between these two moments, I progressed a lot as a person and even as a trader, I could even say. So a lot of things evolved, a lot of things changed, most of them for the better. And so while I was doing this reflecting, I was asking myself, you know, what did really help me to get to this level? You know, like what really made a difference? Now, of course, I could talk about, you know, my mindset or my work ethic or things like that, which are kind of obvious, I would say. But in this video, I want to talk about something else that I didn't really cover much on my channel, but I think it's actually very important if you eventually want to see success in your life. So, one thing that I did at the beginning of 2019 and now that I can see had a huge impact on my life is removing all the toxic people from my life, okay? And when I say all, I really mean it. All the toxic people gone, okay? I remember at the beginning of 2019, I was on this idea, and you know, one day I was just like, fuck it, man. Like I've had enough of, you know, weird people or people that are sneaky, people that always, you know, put themselves first and never really think of you, and the balance is kind of not proportional. Like there are so many kind of people that I did not really want to have in my life, and at the beginning of 2019, I just cut everyone off. Now, of course, I kept the good people around me, I kept my friends and of course my family and things like that, but for the most part, I did cut out a lot of people. And at the beginning, you know, it was kind of uncomfortable because sometimes I would even see those people in school, you know, and we would not really talk, or you know, we were kind of related, but we were not really close or anything at the same time. So it was kind of a weird, you know, situation to be in. And even for myself, you know, I was not feeling so great in this whole situation because I was so focused on my goals, I was so focused on where I wanted to go and what kind of future I wanted to create for myself. And at the same time, I was seeing those people around me, which would basically give me negative energy, you know, and it would just not fit together and in the picture of what I wanted my life to be. So it was kind of hard at the beginning to deal with this, but now that I can look back, you know, at this situation and at these changes that I did, I can easily tell that it was a great move of mine, you know, and that it was a necessity, I would even say, because once you remove all the toxicity from your life, well, all there is positivity, all there is, you know, prosperity, equity, and things like that. And so that is such a great environment to be in. And you know, I see so many people on a day-to-day basis, you know, who want to learn how to trade, or they want to start a business, or they want to, you know, create something, but at the same time they have shit people around them, you know. And when I say shit people, by the way, just to make it clear, it like you're not judging them, they are telling you themselves how they are. by their actions, you know. So when I say that you need to remove toxic people from your life, it's not even necessary that they are toxic in itself objectively. It's just that for you, from your perspective, maybe that they're not the best fit for you. For example, and you guys will understand better what I mean, I cut some people out of my life only because we did not really have the same interests, or because we were not really going in the same direction, and it was kind of slowing me down, okay? So for example, people who always like to chill and not do much, and they don't really have any ambitions, and you know, they are just relaxed and things like that. There's nothing wrong in itself if you don't have huge ambitions and if you are happy in this state of mind. But that's not my case, you know? Like, I have ambitions, I have big goals and big dreams that I want to achieve. So I cannot be around those people because it's not the kind of energy that I want to reciprocate myself with, you understand? So that's really an important distinction. It's not that they're bad people, it's just that the fit between me and them didn't make any sense. So I just had to cut it off. So that is basically the idea. And of course, if you have actually toxic people, like, you know, literally toxic people, just of course cut that shit out as well, right? That just make a lot of sense. So that's kind of the idea. And as I said, guys, it's not the easy thing to do. Believe me, if you try this, let's say, be ready for being maybe uncomfortable, or maybe some, you know, people that will get mad or things like that, or people that will try to change up, and you know, all kind of weird things. I'm telling you, it can happen, but it's something that is necessary for you. It's something that is important for your growth as a trader, as an entrepreneur, and as a person in itself. If you want to achieve something in life, you need to associate yourself with the people who have the same type of energy, who have the same type of goals, you know, because if you're always around people who don't have, let's say, huge ambitions, well, it will be really hard to keep your big ambitions yourself, because they will want you to go on their level. And it's not even like a level that is below or whatever. It's not even about judging where the person is. It's just something different, you know. It's not about whether it's better or worse. It's just different, so it doesn't fit together, okay? So that is something that I really hope that you guys will work on with. I'm telling you, it's really, really important. You need to filter out who you are around, and you need to remove everyone that is not a good fit for you, and try to, you know, put in new people that could be a good fit, you know. Don't be afraid of making new connections. Don't be afraid of talking to new people and things like that. At the end of the day, everything that we do here on the heart is pretty much based on other people, you know, like our actions, our life, our family, our friends, like it's always around other people. So you cannot just be in your bubble all alone and never see anybody and just, oh my god, I'm so focused and things like that. It's not healthy for you. Like, humans are social creatures at the end of the day. We need others to interact with. We need others to create something with, okay? And as I always say, you know, it's much better to win with your team than to win alone, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with winning alone, but I mean, it's much better if you are at the top with your friends and with your family, which is why I created, you know, Reversal Master, my training course, because I wanted to trade with other people, teach them how I trade, so that eventually we can all rise together and go to the top, you know, and have fun and enjoy our time. And this will be such a beautiful journey to look back on in the future, you understand? So that's kind of the idea. So the whole point of this video is simply to audit your circle, you know. Take a moment to see who is in your life, who do you spend the most time with, and try to evaluate where you are according to those people, and then try to make some changes if it's needed. And I'm telling you guys, for most of you, it's needed. For most of you, you should change some things up. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to cut everyone, but it just means that, you know, you may have to cut some people and may have to introduce new people as well in your life. And one little thing I want to make clear as well. Okay, there we go. One thing I want to make clear as well in this video, just before we end this, very, very important as well. When I say cut people, okay, you don't need to necessarily cut them like fully out of your life. You can just reduce the amount of time that you spend with them, okay? And there is nothing wrong with that. So for example, if you have a friend that is really not ambitious and really lazy and things like that, well, if he is a good friend and if you still, like the person that he is, and if you guys are still in a good relationship, you don't need to necessarily cut him off like right there and be kind of rude and things like that. You can just reduce the amount of time that you spend with this person. So for example, if you used to spend, I don't know, 30 minutes per day with this guy at school, well, maybe that you can just spend 5 minutes per day. Just, when you see him in the hallway, you can just stop and talk with him a little bit, but then you keep moving toward your goals. You see what I mean? So you don't need to cut everyone off directly. If they are not toxic per se, if they just have, let's say, different goals or different aspirations than you can just reduce the amount of time that you spend with them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, believe me, it's a lot healthy for you and also for them. Because if you are feeling uncomfortable sometimes around those people, they are probably feeling the same as well. So just reduce the amount of time and you can keep a, healthy relationship even for the long term by doing that. You don't need necessarily to spend hours and hours every day with, the same person. Like, you can just spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or maybe even there are days that you don't even talk with them and things like that, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, there are different level of relationships, like you have your, acquaintances, you have your friends, you have your best friend, you have your, the person that you want to spend your life with, and blah, 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 right? So there's different levels with this. So you need to figure out where you are according to this person and where is basically your relationship and what you need to adapt to make it in the best fit. That's kind of the idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, it's not a topic that I talk about very often on my channel, relationships and social and things like that. But I wanted to start this year with this video because I think it's actually very, very important, and it's a huge, a huge indication of how someone will be successful based on who they are around the most with. So I think it's really important, and I wanted to share this with you guys. So as I said, take a moment for 2020 to see, and to evaluate the relationships that you have and see what you need to do to basically improve the overall quality of them. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave it a like. As always, I would truly appreciate it, and you can share it around as well. So on that, take care, trade with care, manage money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.